E.G Talkies Presents. The Kid and the Tramp. Rated PG. Parental guidance is suggested.
It is the middle of a cold winter day in New York City, in the year 1924, where a young immigrant lady about to give birth is in desperate need of help in bringing her baby into the world. The father of the child ran away a few weeks earlier with the money they needed to pay the hospital bills, and now she had decided to seek medical attention at the charitable hospital, where the service was not what she wanted for her baby, but it was free, and she had no choice.
Please, help me. I am pregnant, cold, and hungry, and I have nowhere to go. Please help.
Oh dear! John, I need your help.
The nurse quickly held the young woman in her arms before she fainted. She then placed her in a wheelchair and rolled her away in a hurry to the emergency room. There, the doctor on duty quickly ordered the required attention, and to get her back awake, it was obvious the woman was starving, and who knows how long ago it was that she had a meal. No sooner they got her to drink a sip of water, she awoke.
I am very hungry, and my baby is starving.
She was given a warm soup, and the doctor decided to place her in the delivery room. He had no idea how far into her pregnancy she was, but it appeared as if she was ready to give birth at any minute.
You ready?
No.
Are you ready?
She was lucky the doctor had made the right decision, as the baby decided to come into the world at 3:30 sharp that afternoon.
Oh, what a beautiful baby boy.
Oh, he looks very healthy too. 10 toes and 10 healthy fingers.
Oh, my baby. He is so beautiful. Thank you, nurse. Thank you, doctor.
After giving birth, the mother and the baby were placed in a room with a nice and comfortable bed, so they could get to know each other and to get a much-needed rest. Weak as she was, the doctor didn't want to release her before she had gained her strength back. A week passed, and no one came to see them. Although everyone at the hospital feared that by releasing them, the mother and her newborn were going to end up in the streets, they had no choice. Both had to leave the hospital. The nurses picked the warmest day to release them, but not before they all made a collection amongst themselves for a total of $2 to give to the mother, together with a bottle of milk. It was the only way they could guarantee the baby was going to have a nice warm place to sleep that night and some food to eat.
Good luck to you and the baby.
Thank you so much for all you've done for us.
But the young mother knew $2 could only hold them for a short while, so she had made other plans.
If only I can find a nice couple that wants him. Then I can maybe leave and find a job so I can come back later to pick him up. But is there anyone in the city that can afford to raise a kid? At least until I can come back for him.
She is an aspiring singer who dreams of one day getting a break in show business. Now she was desperate for that day to come soon.
I know the area I have to go to. I just hope I do find a nice couple to hold him for just a while.
She had decided to go to the suburb where normally rich people live, so she thought. But getting there was going to cost her a bus fare, and she didn't have but $2 on her. After thinking about her situation, she decided to take the bus. Cost her much less than she anticipated, and in just a short ride, she was in the area where she hopes to find someone to take care of her baby for the short time she was anticipating to be away from him. Getting off the bus was a bit unnerving. She knew she didn't want to do this, but she had no choice. As she walked, she tried to pick the nicest house she could find. But then she saw a beautiful new car parked just outside a nice house, and so she thought the owners of this car are probably well off. Then she decided to open the door to the back seat of the car and place the baby on the big and comfortable seat. No sooner she ran from the car and the area as fast as she could. stopping only a while later at a park bench, where she began to realize what she had done.
Oh no! What have I done? I hope I can find peace with myself. Understanding and forgiveness from him one day. I shouldn't have done this. My baby!
It appeared she was having second thoughts. However, somebody else in that part of town was having a tough time too. A pair of thieves had just decided to come to the area and steal a car and sell it for a much-needed profit.
Okay, Rufus. It looks like we came at the right time for a beautiful car, and everyone's sleeping in the siesta.
Yep, this is a go for me.
When? Now?
Yep.
Let's go.
Not wasting any time, the two thieves jumped in the car and they quickly drove away from the area. After driving for some time, they decided to park behind the building to take a break and wait to see if the police had been averted. When they got out of the car, they heard a peculiar noise coming from the back seat.
What is that? A baby. Say, you didn't bring your kid with you.
No. Are you crazy?
A baby. In the car. Here, take him and place him in the alleyway there, and hurry. We have to get out of here before we get caught for robbery and now kidnapping. That'll give us life in prison. Hurry up!
The two crooks were now scared and foolishly thinking. They placed the baby on the floor of the back alleyway of the building and quickly drove off, never to be seen again. Luckily for the baby, a popular tramp walking the alley heard the baby crying and took him in his arms. As he held the baby, he saw a woman walking nearby with a baby carriage and followed her to give her the baby.
What is this lady doing? Excuse me, missus. You forgot your other baby back there, so I'm bringing you to you.
What baby? That's not my baby. This is my baby.
But,
Take him out right now.
but that's not...
I don't care.
After a short scuffle, the tramp walked away carrying the baby, only to find an older man walking in another alley.
Excuse me, sir. Could you hold my baby so I can tie my shoelace?
But of course, hand me over that boy.
As he gave the kid to the man, he ran away and went into hiding from the man and the kid. The man holding the baby now ran after the tramp, but couldn't catch him. So he decides to find someone he can give the baby to, and he didn't have to walk far before he saw a carriage with a baby in it. He quickly thought this was the perfect place to leave the baby he was carrying. Not seeing an adult near the carriage, he decides to place the baby next to the other kid in the carriage and left in a hurry. Meanwhile, the tramp came out of hiding in the back alley and saw a police officer walking towards him. He hurried out of there and walked out. And just when he started walking on the sidewalk, the woman who argued with him about the baby earlier came and started fighting with him again.
Come here, you half-sized penguin. Didn't I tell you that's not my baby?
But that's not my baby, I tell you.
Come here. I don't care. I told you already not to leave him in my carriage. Take him out right now. He's crazy. That tramp.
The police officer walking in the alleyway earlier sees the commotion and decides to see what is happening.
Ma'am, is this guy causing you any problems?
No problems, officer. See, I was just leaving.
Wait a minute. Whose baby is that?
Well, to be honest, it's my wife's. I mean, she's the one who put it out.
Why is he crying?
Oh, he's not crying. He's singing.
Singing? Well, that baby doesn't even speak. How can he be singing?
Oh, that baby speaks. You and I just don't understand him, but he speaks and also sings. See?
Oh, you don't say. How come tears are coming down his face?
Oh, can't you hear it? It's a sad song he's singing. Come on, give the kid a break, will you?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, the wife and I have decided that come next week, we're going to enroll him in singing lessons, just to tune him up a little.
You don't say.
Well, I gotta go. Good day, officer.
Singing lessons! I tell you, people these days.
It had become almost impossible to get rid of the child. As the tramp walks away, he finds a place to sit and begins to search the bundle of clothing wrapped around the baby. That's when he finds a bottle with milk and a handwritten note.
Now, let's see what it says here. Please take care of my baby, signed ML. I wonder what ML stands for. Could it be mother left? Or mother lost? Or maybe my love? Is she referring to loving me or the baby? Now that would be interesting to know. But I have to find a way to take care for the little guy. He needs me now.
Noticing the baby was abandoned, he decides to take the baby home with him until he can figure out what to do next.
I tell you, well, better if I tell myself. I have to find a way to make money, or the kid is going to starve to death, and I fancy the little one.
It appeared Tramp was beginning to think of something to bring money for them.
Well, I have an idea. Well, if it works, we'll be partners, and if it doesn't, then I have to fire you. So what do you say? Deal? In the future, you'll have to speak clearer. For now, I'll take it that you've agreed. If the business grows, you'll have to find a lawyer to represent you. Oh, just listen, will you? If you don't have one, well, you'll have to trust mine to draw a contract between us. Well, I think we can split 90-10, since I'm going to do most of the work. Besides, the company needs to have funds in the bank. Okay, that's a done deal. I am glad we are starting to understand each other.
He quickly took a piece of cardboard, and with a black crayon, he made several signs describing the misfortune he and the kid were going through after he lost his job and his wife, and the mother of the kid had left them as she ran away with a rich man. Now the business had begun.
Here, sir. Get him some milk.
Okay, that's a done deal, miss.
Sir, here, take this quarter. And don't worry, you'll find a better wife.
Thank you so much. Gee, I appreciate that, miss.
There you go, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. You're very kind.
Sir, here, take this quarter. I am sure it will help you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good-looking kid. Does he speak?
He does, but it's in a rather strange language. See?
Oh, that's good. Take this quarter and get him some candies.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Gee, I appreciate that, miss. Thank you, sir.
Well, the begging business appeared to be going well, for a while anyway. However, as time passed, the kid was growing, and the tramp's begging business was no longer providing as it once did. So the tramp was beginning to think of something else to bring money for them. Meanwhile, in another part of town, the mother who had abandoned the kid had gotten the break in the music business she had hoped for, and she was beginning to do very well for herself.
Well, I appreciate you telling me this. That's why I'm your manager. However, if you tell the story like you've just told me, the press will have a field day with you, and your career will be over in seconds.
Oh no! Do you think so?
They've already mentioned on several write-ups that you appear very saddened and upset every time you sing that song, Sadness Finds. And I have to give them an argument that it is a sad song and makes anybody teary.
Oh no!
Now I understand why you become so sad every time you sing it. It's best if you say that the baby got lost, that while you were walking, you needed to place him in the back seat of a parked car so you could go to the bathroom, And when you came back, the car was gone. And ever since, you've been looking for that car and that baby.
But that's a lie. What part of it is?
Well, it's either a lie or your career. Besides, we can maybe keep this quiet. The story will be used only if the press learns about you having a kid. Understand?
Okay, I'd rather keep a lid on it and let no one know.
And I will look for somebody I can trust to help us look for the baby. But never, ever tell the truth about this to anyone. It will only make matters worse, and it won't fix anything. And from now on, when you sing that song, try and think of happy things.
Meanwhile, the time has passed, and now the tramp and the kid were starting to work on a different scheme to make ends meet. However, the tramp was trying to figure out how to get the kid involved without the kid noticing exactly what it was that they were doing.
So, the idea is to learn how to pitch the ball as accurately as you can throw it. First, the distance you stand from a window has to match the distance a pitcher stands from the batter. That's about the distance between the window and across the street. Did you get that?
Yes, Papa.
Now, you will be using rocks, so the rocks you pick have to be similar to the baseball in size, not too much smaller. Understand?
Yes, but Papa, won't I get in trouble with the police if they see me breaking a window?
Well, no, because I will be nearby, and then when you leave, I will go to the house and fix the window. Understand?
Oh, that's great! But why do I have to leave? Why can't I stay and help you fix the window?
Well, you see, the pitcher has to learn how to catch the ball too. So what I want you to do is, when you throw the ball and break the window, you make believe the batter hit a fly ball, and you're going to go after the ball and catch it. So that means you have to run away from there and into the outfield. Besides, you are also practicing your running. Did you get that?
Oh, okay, I got it, Papa. And I'm a good runner too.
And kid, try not to let the police see you, okay?
Okay, I got it, Papa.
This didn't sound too clean. It appeared as if it was a window replacing business that the tramp wanted to establish, but this business could get them both in a lot of trouble if ever the police took notice of the tricks involved, and using the kid not only as the window breaker, but also as the lawbreaker.
Here, Papa, I made us some pancakes. Now is your turn to serve. Come on, get off the bed.
Okay, let me see now. Here you have the first one, so that one's for you, and I take 3, and there's 2 for you, and I won't serve myself more than 3 more. And you can have 3 also, and I'll just take 3 more.
Hey, Papa, you took more than me, no?
No, if you counted, you must have noticed I gave you increments every time. An increment means you get more and more every time. I first gave you the very first one, and then I gave you 2 more, and then 3. In turn, I didn't get any increments. It was just 3 every time. But here, I'll be even nicer to you. I'll give you an extra half of one. Now you have 2 even towers with a roof over them. That's what I call a balanced diet.
Okay, Papa, I'll serve the milk.
Make sure you do it right. You serve me a tall glass, and you fill your bottle.
Now this one gets me confused every time.
Why confused? Didn't the bartender make it clear for you the other day? I told you to ask him what held more liquid, the glass or the bottle. And what did he tell you?
He said the bottle held more liquid.
And who is drinking from a bottle here?
I am. Okay, Papa, I trust you. It's just that my eyes are weird. I think those bottles the bartender has are bigger than mine.
Well, make sure you get your eyes straightened out, because today we have to go out and train that pitching arm. So finish eating and we go.
Once they were finished eating, they prepared to go out so the kid could practice throwing rocks at the windows of houses they had previously chosen. Obviously, he had no intention of teaching the kid how to pitch, but rather have the kid break a window and he would then go and fix the window for a fee. And like that, he would make the money they both needed to survive. A good idea indeed. However, this was illegal, and they would be breaking the law. If they got caught, it would be the end of the pair and the only family the kid knew. a risk no real parent would ever take.
Okay, I'm ready. So, I will go to the house with the green window borders, and from there, I'll run as if catching a fly ball to the first house on Elm Street. And from there, I run home. And like that, I score, right?
You got it, kid. And then just wait for me here.
Okay, Papa.
And just like they had planned, the kid walked towards the first house while the tramp went around the block to give the kid enough time to do his part. Once he was standing across the street from the first house, the kid looked around to make sure no one was looking, and he pitched the first rock to the window for a strike, followed by another one, and he quickly ran away from there.
Now I'll be darned. What in the world broke my window?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello there, sir. Tell me something. Do you fix windows?
Well, yes, I fixed the glass in the windows. Is there a reason why you ask?
Well, looky here. Now, I don't know how it happened, but the glass shattered like a bomb hit it.
Oh, gee. Well, I assure you that could be because it's too old, or the sunlight hit it too hard and for far too long.
You don't say. So, can you fix it?
I sure can, but it'll cost you $1.60 to get it back like new.
Well, I'll expect nothing less.
Now the business had begun, and the customers were very happy with the service provided. However, one police officer who normally walks the area began to suspect something funny about the number of broken windows the tramp could find day after day.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, Officer Mackenzie. How are you, sir?
I'm just fine, ma'am.
Well, I agree to that.
I'm just wondering, how did your window break?
I'm not sure, but the man who fixed it said the glass was a bit old and was a little burnt from the sun, and that could have done it.
Oh, he did, huh? Okay, ma'am.
Without knowing the lady had given the information the policeman needed to confirm his suspicions, he now knew the tramp had lied to the lady about the sun breaking the glass, and now he was wondering if the window broke or someone broke it, but whom? As he reached a street corner, he found a small kid who was getting ready to throw a rock at something.
Say, what are you doing?
Nothing, just playing with my friend Louie.
What do you have in your hand?
A pebble.
Where's your friend? I don't see anyone there.
See, there he is.
As the kid pointed towards an area across the street, the policeman looked, and the kid took advantage and ran away in the opposite direction.
Look at him running. I'll never catch him if I try to run, but I'll remember him. Sneaky little one he is.
He had gotten away from the policeman and perhaps out of big trouble. Almost at the same time nearby, the tramp was just closing a new deal to replace a window that had broken in a house that was as old as the one he had done a few weeks ago, but the price had skyrocketed from the previous one.
But my friend told me it only cost her $1.60. Now you're asking for $3 to fix mine?
Yes, I remember. But you see, the glass broken on your window is on the upper part of the frame. Her glass was at the lower part of the frame.
So, what does that mean?
I have to use more material because it's higher, and the closer you are to the sun, the stronger the rays.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, don't just stand there. Get it done.
He quickly started the last job for the day, and just when he was finishing, the suspicious police officer came to see what he was doing. Once he finished, the lady came out to pay him. He noticed the policeman standing there, and so he decided to decline payment and not charge the lady. And she was very happy.
I remember I had an extra piece of glass, so don't worry about payment. You have a nice day, ma'am. Excuse me, officer, I have to go.
He quickly stepped away from there, and as soon as he turned the corner, he found the kid who was waiting for him. He then turned around and saw the policeman was following them, and they both started running as fast as they could to get away. They never looked back until they got home.
Why did we run, Papa?
Oh, it's just that I didn't have a license to do this work. Come on, let's go inside. I'll make us something to eat.
Papa, I want to go to school.
There are two very important things in life, as my father told me long ago.
How long ago, Papa?
Oh, long time ago.
How long is that?
Oh, just before he died. Why do you care how long ago it was? Just listen, will you?
Okay, Papa. What are those two things?
Sickness and death. And since you don't have either, you should be very happy.
I am happy, Papa. But I would like to go to school and see how it is.
I tell you, I went to school when I was young, but my mother would make me a big breakfast that included eggs with grits, bacon, toast, and every time I got to school, I would fall asleep and miss all my classes. Never learned anything but to eat.
But I never have breakfast, so that would not be a problem for me.
So are you trying to say that you're better than me?
No, Papa.
I am training you to be the best pitcher in baseball one day by throwing rocks at windows.
I know, Papa, and then you go and fix them so I don't get in trouble. I know.
That's right. So you keep at it, and one day you'll make the big leagues. Or the big house, like a famous player from Chicago called it.
What player, Papa?
Al Capone. Big hitter he was.
I don't have his name here.
Of course not. You have your own name.
No, Papa. I don't have his name on my list of famous players.
Well, find a place for him, and make sure it's on the most wanted list. By the way, let me get my girl Olive so she can cook us something to eat, and you can go out and practice throwing.
Your girl Olive? How come I never met her, Papa?
Olive oil is who makes our food possible. You cook in it, see?
Oh, Papa, you are so crazy. I appreciate all you do for me and how you take care of me.
Well, a little money wouldn't hurt for all I do. So remember, when you become a pro player, a ball and bat for Christmas won't cut it.
Okay, I'll remember.
Papa knew that although the window business had sustained them for a long time, now it was probably the beginning of the end after that policeman chased them earlier today. So he was already working on a new scheme to try and get the money they so much needed to keep going until better days.
Hey, kid. Do you think I'm funny?
Oh, yes, Papa. I think you're hilarious.
Hey, you too, just in case.
I am. Hey, Papa, what did you do before I came?
Oh, many things. I was a shoplifter once. It lasted like 3 years. But then the shop closed, and ever since, I've been trying to lift myself up. But it's difficult without a shop, you see.
Oh, a shoplifter is the one that keeps everything in order and picks up everything that messy people drop, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Do you have a favorite writer?
Yeah, sure. Shakespeare, a very famous writer.
Was he the one that wrote that story you told me about, Robin the Hood?
Yes, he was. Hey, kid, I have an idea.
Papa was now trying to put together a comedy show with the kid to perform in the streets and parks and have people toss coins inside his hat. He believed this would replace the window business, and maybe this will get the police off his back.
But you have to follow me, and every time I signal you, it means I'm looking for the answer. We have to practice. You got it?
I think so, Papa, but I think we need to practice a little more.
And so they did. For the next 2 weeks, they worked and worked to make sure everything ran smoothly. They even had a couple of different shows already rehearsed and ready to perform.
Okay, we need to rest. Hey, kid, tomorrow is Saturday. I am sure we can debut our new first show in the park. We have the posters finished and the folding table works perfectly. Besides, we're running out of money. What do you say?
I think we can, Papa.
And remember, if the police come, we pick up and we run straight home. I won't look for you, and you don't look for me. Just run, and then we meet here. How am I going to fix this? Hey, what's the big idea? You have to change the rhythm. Now that's better.
Snoring and whistling, they somehow managed to sleep the entire night without a problem. It was around 10 in the morning when the kid got up and went straight to the stove to find something to eat. But there was no food, only a bottle of apple juice.
Papa, get up. You're going to be hungry and there's nothing to eat.
Okay, I'm up. I'm not hungry, but tired. And I'll let you have a bottle of juice if you stay quiet.
No, Papa, we have to go to the park. Come on, get up.
It was almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon when the kid finally got him out of bed. And they headed out to the park for a day of fun and work. It was a lovely day, and Papa knew this would bring lots of people out and about.
Okay, kid, just watch me start, and then I will signal you when to come.
Okay, good luck, Papa.
Here we go, folks. Only for fun and very short. Hello, sir.
Howdy.
And tell me, where are you from?
Arrowhead, Montana.
Now, I don't want you to describe any part of your body. I just want to know where you live.
That's where I live.
That's Montana?
That's right. That's right.
Well, which one is it? That's Montana or that's right? I'm afraid to ask if that's right is also Montana.
Yes, it is. I mean, I'm not sure. You got me a bit confused now.
Now we're even. You had me confused since we arrived in Montana. Arrowhead started it all, which put me over the top, and I have never made it back here since. Now tell me, what is your name?
Mark Bean Bell.
Have you forgiven your parents already? I'm sure you have. I'll just call you Mark, and we'll mark the line here.
Sounds good to me.
So tell me, Mark, are you in town looking for a wife?
No, I came to pick up a cow.
Well, there's no church here that will celebrate a wedding like that. Oh, here it is. The kid always appears when I'm working. Tell me, kid, what brings you here today?
The weather.
What did the weather do? Hold you by the hand and walk you here?
No.
Are you married?
No.
You're not from Montana, are you?
No.
Have you lived here all your life?
Well, not yet. I'm just a kid. It will be a long time before I live my whole life.
Well, here are the sea lions and their silver whistles. I've got to go now. Thank you, folks.
Well, their debut was beginning to get good. They had a large gathering, but the police didn't know what exactly was happening. They thought something wrong was taking place. And once Papa heard the police whistle, they both fled, but not before collecting a large number of coins to take with them and have a delicious dinner.
This is tasty.
That's a Frankfurter, kid. Enjoy it. I know you've never had one before, but if things continue the way it was today, you'll get one of these every week.
And indeed, he did. The comedy show continued successfully for weeks. They were now doing it 3 times a week, and sometimes they would even do 2 shows in one day. Eventually, the news of the comedy show reached the manager of the Singing Star, who was looking for an opening act for their upcoming tour.
If you have time when you go downtown for your charities, see if you can check out a comedy act called Papa's Fill the Hat Comedy Spot. I think you're going to love them, and maybe even for your opening act for this tour coming up.
Okay, I will look for it.
It didn't take long before she was able to find them at the park downtown. She was surprised to see the large crowd they had gathered around, forming a circle.
Here we go, folks. Only for fun and very short. Hello, miss. And what is your name?
Mary Lou.
Oh, lucky guy, this Lou fella. So, how long have you been married to Lou?
No, this is my name. I am not married.
Oh, so that makes 2 of us. We're gaining ground here, wouldn't you say?
I would say.
You're a tall girl. How tall are you?
I am 5'9".
Very well. And you, kid? Do you have money to marry this lovely lady?
Well, that depends. How much is she a foot?
Kid, where are you from?
From California, but I have not been there in 5 years.
Oh, is that so? I was here last year, so that explains why we didn't run into each other before. So, tell me, kid, are you married?
No, she's Mary.
Well, she's Mary Lou, but not married. Oh, I see, trying to be funny.
No, I'm just a kid.
And I'm a man, so what does that mean? Are you trying to pick a fight?
No, are you trying to pick a wife?
No. Well, you never know. But if I'm lucky, I'll pick up a few bucks. So tell me, kid, do you think a wife should hold a job outside of the house as the husband does?
Well, yes, I do. To help raise the budget.
Oh, is that what they call it nowadays? I tell you, this was a perfectly innocent audience before you got here.
Hey, stop picking on the kid.
This kid is picking on his wife, making her go to work to raise the budget. Did you know they call it a budget? Do you even have a budget?
Say, what do you mean?
How big is your budget? And don't say it too loud. If you're ashamed, then blame it on me.
I'm gonna snap your neck off.
Well, it's time for the second half of our show where you stay and I won. Thank you, folks.
Just in time, the police came to see what was happening after seeing the large group of people gathered and some kind of a commotion. Papa had just enough time to pick up his stuff and a few coins tossed in his hat, and he ran as fast as he could to get away from the big bully Brutus and the police, not noticing he was leaving the kid behind and not feeling well.
Here, kid. Stay with me. The police won't bother you.
Oh, thank you, miss. I couldn't run even if I tried. I'm not feeling well.
Oh, I can feel you're a little warm. I think you have a fever. Come, I'll take you to your house.
The singer carried the kid in her arms to her car, and they drove to his house. Once there, she saw the tramp and explained to him she felt that there was something wrong with the kid and he needed a doctor.
I will send a doctor to check him out, and I'll be back tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Gee, I appreciate that, miss.
Not an hour had passed when a doctor came to their apartment.
Hello there, doctor.
Hey there. Now, let me see your tongue.
Well, if you're not here for me, you're here for the kid, and he's the one that's not feeling well.
Okay, so let me see him. Why are you standing in the way? Hey there, kid. Now let me see you. I need you to cough. Not you, him. Okay, cough again. Okay.
Hey, Doc, give it to me straight. Is he going to be okay?
Well, he needs to be resting. He needs cough syrup and a couple of aspirins.
Okay, Doc, I'll get that for him.
Are you his father?
Practically. I found him when he was just a baby, and he was carrying this note that said, "Please take care of him." So I did.
Well, I'll attend to this matter. I'll be back.
A few difficult days went by, but now the kid was feeling much better when they received an unexpected visit from the doctor and 2 officials from an orphanage.
Yes, can I help you?
Yes, you can. Does he have any belongings?
That's not any of your business.
We're here to take the kid with us to the orphanage, where he belongs.
No, Papa, don't let them take me. Please, Papa.
I promise. I won't let them take you. I promise, kid.
A big struggle with the 2 men from the orphanage as they were trying to take the kid.
Papa.
Apparently, the doctor had informed the authorities, and now they had to execute the court order. As they continued to struggle, one of the men went outside and got a policeman to help them. They managed to take the kid to the wagon while Papa escaped through the roof. The policeman went after him, but he couldn't get him. As Papa jumped from rooftop to rooftop, he was able to catch up to the wagon transporting the kid, and he jumps on the back of it, and he powers the man that was guarding the kid. Once the wagon came to a complete stop, he scared the driver away and held the kid tightly in a loving hug.
Papa, I love you. Don't ever leave me. Don't let them take me again, Papa.
I promise. I won't let them take you. I promise, kid.
Please, Papa.
I promise. Now let's get away from here and let's find a place to stay. We can't go back to our place.
They headed straight to a bed and breakfast they knew nearby, to have a place to sleep for the night and away from any trouble with the authorities. Once they got there, Papa tried to sneak the kid inside, but the guy guarding the place saw him, and Papa had to give him the last coin he had to allow the kid to stay. Meanwhile, back at their apartment, the woman, Mary Lou, had returned to find the doctor she had ordered to come to visit the kid.
Hello, doctor. How's the kid doing?
Well, I believe he was doing better, but now I don't know. I went to the authorities and let them know that this man was not the kid's father, and when the orphanage came to pick him up, there was a big struggle, and now I don't know where either one of them is.
What do you mean? How do you know he's not the father?
Well, he told me so himself. Besides, he gave me this note the kid was carrying the day he found him. Here, read it for yourself.
Oh, dear. My baby.
In shock, somewhat happy and confused, Mary Lou read the note several times. In between tears, she could see her handwriting. She had not seen that note in more than 5 years, but now she was certain the kid was her son, and she asked the doctor for help with the authorities.
Okay, kid, you take that part of the bed and I'll take this one. I don't trust this guy next to us.
Okay, Papa.
And kid, try not to snore so loud.
It was not long before the two of them were harmonizing snores. The day had taken a toll on them, their love for each other was tested, and they had endured. But the authorities were looking everywhere for them. There was even a note in the daily paper, and the guard at the bed and breakfast saw it and read that a reward of $1,000 was offered for the kid.
Oh, yes, sir. It's your lucky day, Stephen, like Mama would say.
The man quietly took the kid and went straight to the police station, where his mother came to identify him and paid the man his money.
Oh, kid, you're my son, and I've been looking for you for a long time. I am so sorry I have not been here for you.
The kid, a bit confused, did not say a word, but being he knew Mary Lou, they hugged each other in silence for some time. Back at bed and breakfast, Papa awakened and went berserk looking for the kid. He woke everybody that was sleeping, searching everywhere, not finding him there. He ran outside into the streets, and he walked and walked almost the entire area of downtown, and he couldn't find him.
I won't let them take you.
After a while, he was exhausted and fell asleep on the front steps of their apartment. Meanwhile, in another part of town.
But why did you leave me? Didn't you love me?
Oh, I did, and I do with all my heart. And I don't know how I was able to live without you all these years. I did come back, but the car was gone. Every time I sing the song I wrote for both of us, I feel a great pain.
What song?
Here, I can play you a recording of it. Oh, you're crying. I am so sorry. Okay, I'll shut it off.
It's just that I miss Papa, and now he's gone, and I love him. I can't be happy if he's not here.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Early the next morning, a police officer found the tramp on the front steps of his apartment. It appeared as if he was having a nightmare when he was awakened.
I promise, I won't let them take you. I promise, kid.
Come on, wake up.
I promise, I won't let them take you. I promise, kid.
Come on, wake up. Tramp, you're coming with me.
The policeman placed him in the back seat of a very luxurious car, and they drove to a very nice area uptown until they reached a beautiful house, and they both got out of the car. Once they rang the bell, Papa received the biggest surprise of his life.
Papa!
Feels so good to see you and hold you.
Oh, Papa!
Hello, miss. Thank you for taking care of him.
I am the one who's in debt to you for taking care of him for so many years. Please come in. There is so much to say.
Come on, Papa. We're going to live here now, Papa.
It didn't take too long for Papa to understand what was happening. He now knew that Mary Lou was the kid's mother, and she was a singing star. Their show was going to be the opening act in her tour that would take them to all the major cities in the country.
And the opening day is tomorrow, so you both have to be ready.
Advertised as the best show in town. It was a sold-out show.
Hear that, Papa? We have to be ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gershwin Theater. I ask you to join me and give a nice welcome to our first performance of the evening. Papa in Fill the Hat.
Thank you. Hello, sir. My, that's a beautiful tie you have on there.
Well, it's just a tie, but thank you.
Well, I couldn't call it a car. I did try to place you above the crowd, but you gave me little to work with. What's your name, sir?
Dante Yaskerminsky.
I knew I should have asked a different question. Dancing Yaz? Where are you from?
From Alta, Utah.
Oh, I was once there for skiing. Nice place. So, what else do you do there, other than ski?
Well, we play a lot of chess.
Oh, you do, eh? And who do you play chess with?
I play with my buddies. Do you play chess?
Oh, no. At my age, I play with nothing below my shoulders. If I had a wife, maybe that would be a different story. Dancing Ass, is that your kid next to you?
No, I'm not married.
Oh, I see. Hey, kid, are you married or play chess?
Neither one, although I used to play chess with my mother when I was younger.
You used to play chess with your mother when you were younger, eh? And were you any good?
Oh, you would have to ask Mama. She was the one feeding me.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Mary Lou Voice!
Now that you're gone, I feel so sad, somberly inspired, only to cry. But I know without you near, but I know someday I'll find you and I'll wrap you in my arms.
And she managed to wrap the kid in her arms that night on stage in front of the huge crowd. Each show was sold to full capacity from town to town they visited. The three of them went on to better days and a better life. Eventually, the mother and the tramp fell in love and married to complete the family, and they lived happily ever after.
But happiness is always present where there's love. I hope to fill this empty half I so conceal deep in my mind, and I know my heart will guide me till I find you in my arms, my arms. Sadness finds only the lonely and the ones who lost their hope in life. Sadness finds a place of darkness and empty and lonely eyes. But happiness is always present where there's love. Sadness finds only the lonely and the ones who lost their hope in life. Sadness finds a place of darkness and empty and a lonely heart. But happiness is always present, is always present where there's love. Where there's love.
We hope you've enjoyed The Kid and the Tramp and subscribe to stay tuned for more from E.G Talkies.